Hello from Singapore. I'm Galinda. Today is May the 19th, day 43 of the circuit breaker period. I came across a very interesting article today that I would like to share with you. It was written by Sharon Salzberg, who is a pioneer meditation instructor, whom I have been reading her books and following her meditation guidelines throughout the years. The article is called Gaslighting in the Time of Coronavirus, and it's very interesting because it describes how do we keep ourselves centered and trust the information that we have been given. The human toll of the coronavirus pandemic is staggering, but amid all the loss, it is easy to overlook the moral injury that's resulted from the virus and the public response to it. And over the course of just a few weeks, we have witnessed shifting narratives from authorities that don't accord with reality, and our perception of truth being deliberately undermined. We call this gaslighting, a term that's used since the 1960s to describe efforts to manipulate someone's perception of reality to the point that they question their sanity. Many of us are familiar with the phenomenon, either from popular culture or, more frighteningly, from a personal experience when we felt that something to be true right down to the cells of our bodies, but have been unable to find any external affirmation to that truth. This brings to mind the work of Gregory Bateson, an anthropologist who advanced what he called the double-bind theory, a once popular, though now discarded theory about the roots of schizophrenia. According to Bateson, a double bind occurs when we receive two conflicting messages. For example, if someone's telling you they love you, while their facial expression and body language communicates distaste, while double bind might not be the source of schizophrenia. However, its effect can still be fearsome. Malicious actors have a long history of double binds to create a sequence of repeated suggestions in which, together, foster the notion that you can't trust your perceptions or your feelings. The authority figure we're led to believe is the only one with reliable knowledge. But by drawing on the rich resources of mindfulness, we can mitigate the effects of gaslighting and release ourselves from the double bind. We can start by simply recognizing that living through an event for which we have no context requires compassion. At the moment when our normal way of constructing reality is gone, compassion for ourselves and others serves as the first act of reclaiming calm and clarity. But we need to take a step back and assess whether it is a good idea or not to take in so much of the information the world is throwing at us. With some distance, we can examine the assumptions we import when we hear a claim or absorb a piece of information. By doing this, we slowly start to see the bias warps reality to meet the needs of someone else's agenda. If you're unsure whether there's an agenda at work, listen to your body. What happens when you hear a claim being made? Does your stomach drop? Does your diaphragm tighten? When a given authority figure takes the microphone, do you feel alert and focused, or cloudy, tired, and ill at ease? Your mind may be filled with hyper-partisan din, but your body can serve as a channel to deeper parts of yourself. We also have to embrace trust as an essential part of living. Despite all appearances, there are truth-tellers out there doing their best to bring facts to the surface. You need to seek them out. One reliable way of doing this is by listening to people speak about what they don't know. If they're open and forthright about gaps in their understanding, if they're puzzled, intrigued, or even bewildered and still searching, if they're hesitant or even skeptical about their own theories and results, then you might just be dealing with the real thing. Finally, focus on the fact that we are all connected. If the virus has taught us anything, it's that whatever happens over there doesn't nicely stay over there. And that what we do and what we care about and where we put our energy matters, as our actions and our focus ripple into the sea of interconnection. Despite however much gaslighting may be going on, the irrefutable truth of interconnection can never be denied.